We did it the other night when we were having steaks, which
Yeah.
we hardly ever do, but we did it, and we had some beets and potatoes lying around.
And onions.
That's right, onions too.
And that is one of the funnest things. And our apparatus is as complex as a Weber grill, because it is a Weber grill that I found for free on the road. And we had everything with it. It was great. The Weber barbecue just seems to follow us around. It keeps being the apparatus of choice. And so we grilled lots of vegetables on it. And my favorite thing to grill on a barbecue is whole onions. Don't peel them. Just anything you put on the grill, generously anoint with the oil of the olive and lots of salt. So just as a general rule, you can't go wrong with that, whether it's vegetable or animal. Olive oil and salt. And then with the onions, don't peel them. Leave the crisp, dry skin on the outside, but still get it, nice and slathered with oil and onion, or oil and salt.
Yeah.
And I just put that on the corner of it and keep that thing on there until it is black on the outside. And then it's so delicious because you will have every gradation of onion preparedness.
That's right.
All the way down to the center. You've got the caramelized charred onions on the outside,
the layers,
which are delicious.
Yeah.
And then caramelized right under that. And then sweated right under that, and then raw at the core. And it's so
raw
delicious.
But warm.
Yeah. And so I like to cut them crosswise and then hit them again with salt and olive oil.
Yeah.
And they're falling apart by that point.
Yeah.
And it's just so delicious to add that to your flatbread with your pulled meat.
Tell them how to do the root vegetables.
So roots are so great this way. And sorry, that was a weird way to say that. They are usually, this is a great way to use big woody beets or any woody root vegetables that are just kind of annoying you because they're like the size of a softball and they're hard to use just because of their size. Yeah. And so you want... Whoa.
Oh, I knew that was coming.
Huge root vegetables are best for this. And so because they are so huge, and I would put potatoes in this category too. Yams, sweet potatoes. They need a boil. So, but it's just like unless you're doing the ash heap, that might work. I'm thinking of cooking these things on a grill over either charcoal, lump charcoal, by the way. I don't know if I mentioned that. I don't like the briquettes. They smell like the adhesive or whatever it is. They smell weird. They smell like pine. They smell like coniferous wood, cabinet wood or something. But lump charcoal, hardwood lump charcoal is what you want. And cooking it over a grill over lump charcoal. So that's kind of the method. But first, simmer them for, depending on the size, if it's a nice good sized beet, like 20 minutes. Simmer it with, I like acidulated water, a little bit of vinegar and salt. Simmer it for 20 minutes.
Right, the vinegar really does help.
Yeah, if you have potatoes of a normal size, simmer them all together, but pull the potatoes out at more like 15 minutes, or 10. You can be the judge, big old beets like that, like almost baseball size or larger. Those are solid 20 minutes, if not more. That can kind of be your guide. And then, again, take them out of the water, olive oil, salt all around, and then right on the grill. And let them go for a good long time, turning them when one side basically blackens.
Okay.
So
you just turn it once, kind of?
No,
I'm turning it lots.
The general rule too when you're roasting anything is don't touch it, the least amount possible.
Right.
But I don't know, there's some forgiveness there. You don't have to be
with the vegetables at least
puritanical about it.
Yeah.
Vegetables are pretty flexible. And you'll see they brown nice and quick, and it's okay if they get blackened on the outside. It's wonderful, in fact. And then when they're done, you take them off the stove and you smush them.
Right.
Put a nice solid spatula on them and with your hand, just smush them down so they flatten. And now you have all these squished potatoes. And then hit them with olive oil and salt again and serve them up. And they're incredibly delicious.
Well, it's great to do that smushing stage because then when you cut it, you've got all the flavor spectrum in one bite.
Yeah,
you've
right.
You've got the charred and the mashed potato
kind
of consistency.
Yeah.
And and the salt and the oil. And,
Yeah.
It was so good when we did that the other night.
And there's really no vegetable I've found that doesn't do well grilling. Broccoli, cut broccoli heads in half longitudinally, if you know what I mean. Not perpendicular to the stalk, but parallel. And olive oil, salt, grill them on the lower heat side of your grill. Give them grill marks. And it's okay, especially with vegetables, if there's some rareness in there. That's just texture. It's wonderful.
Yeah, you're not cooking them to smithereens.
Rawness, yeah.
My favorite are leeks. I love grilling leeks.
And leeks are pretty quick.
Yeah.
Leeks are easy to overcook because the thin layers on the outside they can burn like paper real quick.
Well, they're kind of nice though when they're
a
little like that.
Yeah.
So, it's a balance.
Yeah.